Dear students, Assalamu alaikum and many good wishes. I'm MD Atikur Rahman, Assistant Professor of English, Bandarband Cantonment Public School and College. I would like to welcome all of my students to my presentations, and today I have taken the topics from English first paper, and that is the folk music. And that class is applicable both for the students of intermediate first year and second year. Students, this is lesson 2, unit 13, and folk music. It is a very important part of your first paper syllabus, and folk music is an integral part of our Bengali culture. Even it is heritage, Bengali heritage. With a view to having a close study of the lesson, first I would like to take a close reading of the lesson. First, folk music consists of songs and music of community that are uninfluenced by any sophisticated musical rules or any standard musical styles. Bangladesh has a heritage of rich folk music, which includes both religious and secular songs. Folk music may be described as that type of ancient music which springs from the heart of community based on their natural style of expression, uninfluenced by the rules of classical music and modern popular song. Any mode or form created by the combination of tune, voice, and dance may be described as music. Thus, the combination of folk song, folk dance, and folk tune may be called folk music. For example, baul songs are a combination of tune, music, and dance. I think, students, this is very clear to you. And in the second para of the lessons, you will get some characteristics, major characteristics of the folk music. Yes, what are the major characteristics? First one, it is composed by the rural folk on the basis of ancient rules transmitted orally. Second one, these ancient rules of music have not been influenced by classical or modern music. Yes, folk music is almost uninfluenced by the classical or modern music. Folk song may be sung in groups or individually. No regular practice is required for folk music. It is composed and performed by illiterate or semi-literate people. It is a spontaneous expression in easy language, local dialect, and simple tune. A spontaneous expression is very important here. Both words and tune are appealing. Despite its universal appeal, it uses local dialect. It depends upon nature and the rural environment. It is an explicit manifestation of joys and sorrows of daily life. It uses simple and natural rhythms. It contains a strong emotive expression of human love and separation. These are the major characteristics of the folk music. Students, from our reading, what sort of questions we can get? Yes, flow set is a common question from the topic. First clue is given. It springs from the heart of the community. Students, okay, here is spring from. That is the verbal phrase, and it means the first clue is almost what a verb-oriented clue. Here, folk music springs from. Subject is in a silent mood. Subject has been omitted. Depending on the pattern, you students will have to build 5 other clues for the answer of that question. Second clue, uninfluenced by any sophisticated musical rules. Folk music is uninfluenced. Subject and verb, auxiliary verb is omitted here. Is in a silent mode here, uninfluenced by any sophisticated musical rules. And third one, uninfluenced by standard musical styles. Fourth one, includes folk music, includes both religious and secular song. Okay, from the verb, it has been started. Uses simple and natural rhythms, contains a strong emotive expression of human love and separation. This is one set of questions. Again, from the lessons, you can get another question for the gap filling. It might be with close or without close. Okay, in the box there are 10 words, and in the passage, following passage, there are 10 gaps, and you will have to choose appropriate answer for each gap. Folk music dance to a community. It dash uninfluenced by any rules of classical music. Bangladesh is dash with folk music. Both religious and secular songs are dash in it. It dash the note of a community. It expresses its styles dash and does not bother dash rules. As music dash tune, voice and dance, folk music has its own dash. Folk music has a great dash of singing style. Now, what is the answer pattern of that question? Okay, first one in the first gap belongs, second remains, and rest combined views naturally about combines variety criteria, and this is the answer. In your answer script you will just write in that pattern, but for your better understanding I think it is not appropriate method. For your uh, understanding or appropriate answering process, I think you should follow that pattern. What pattern it is? Folk music belongs to. Folk music is the subject, and that's why belongs, as has been added here. Belongs to, that is the verb, a community. It remains uninfluenced. Remains is the gap here. Remains, it subject and remains uninfluenced by any rules of classical music. Bangladesh is enriched. Is the auxiliary verb and enriched is the V3 form. Passive mode it is with folk music. Both religious and secular songs are combined, are at the auxiliary verb, and combined is the V3. It is also in passive mode. In it, it bears the note of a community. It expresses its styles naturally. Expresses is the verb, naturally is that verb, and this is the modifier, post modifier. This verb expresses is modified by the word naturally. I think it is very clear to you, and does not bother about rules. As music combines tune, combines each number gap, and voice and dance, folk music has its own variety, has its own variety. Variety is the noun form, and just a possessive case we will have to use a noun form variety. Folk music has a great criteria of singing style, a great criteria, article, great adjective, and then noun. This is also another pattern of the gap fillings. I think the answer is very clear to you. Okay, from the passage you can also get a paragraph, text basis paragraph. What types of questions you can get here? First one, what is folk music? Second one, what is the history of the folk music? Can you mention some types of folk music in Bangladesh? What roles does it play in the life of our people? What is the present status of folk music in combination to modern songs? Answering these questions you can complete your answer for paragraph. Student, I would like to finish here, and again many thanks for watching this video. And students, I would like to suggest all of you to concentrate on your study. If any difficulties, please make a phone call me, and I'm always ready to receive your phone call, to assist you, to guide you, to monitor you. Please don't hesitate in case of your any problem. And I would like to again thanks, I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to all of my students for watching this video. Thank you all.